Hi there, it's Kute here. I'm in beautiful, amazing Bali, standing on an incredible, energetic vortex that very few people really know about. Certainly the tourists that come to Bali don't really know about this amazing vortex here. It's a secret spot where two rivers meet, and rituals and prayers were often done here many years ago, and some of the Balinese still know about it, but it's a secret spot. And sometimes I like to come here and meditate and receive the energy, the magical energy of Bali. And this morning as I was meditating here, I was thinking about my life, where I just completed the 7th Boundless Bliss Bali journey. Only a few years ago, Boundless Bliss, the Bali breakthrough experience, was just a dream. I had no idea, and sometimes it made me think, sometimes we often think that in order to take action, in order to move forward, in order to manifest your vision, you have to know exactly what the future holds. You have to know exactly where you're going. You have to be clear and know. I believe that the real freedom is the ability and the willingness to not know. Many of us, we have visions, we have dreams, we have impulses and gifts that we want to give, but we often ask how, and we allow our minds and our fears and the need to know to get in the way. But I believe that we must be willing to not know more, because often the faculty that we're using to know is the mind, and the mind is often conditioned. The mind is often conditioned in its own limitation, and based on the past, based on our program, based on our parental imprints, we can only see a certain sliver of the totality of life. Our true freedom rests in our ability to embrace the unknown and to allow ourselves to flow, to really take the first step. And if there's anything I've done in my life that's really supported me, assisted me in moving to where I'm at today, doing what I'm doing, traveling the world, doing events in places like Bali. And I was thinking, wow, this is the 7th Boundless Bliss Bali journey we just completed. And it was just a dream a few years ago. I had no idea, but we've had literally miraculous transformation, visionary leaders from around the world coming together on this journey and going out and living lives more authentically, affecting change, creating ripples. It was just a dream. I had no idea. I was just led to Bali without any inkling, without any plan, and I found that life revealed itself to me. So just know that as you have a vision, you don't have to know where that vision is going to lead you. But if you feel an impulse, my invitation is to not try and figure out everything in advance, to not try and figure out the whole plan in advance. Because many times we spend 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, we spend an entire lifetime waiting for complete clarity. We spend an entire lifetime trying to figure everything out, when all that's necessary is that you take the first step and say yes. Yes, I feel a calling, because encoded in that impulse, in that vision, is the seed for its fulfillment. We must trust bigger than our minds. We must trust bigger than our past, and trust the force of life that is seeking to move through you, seeking to express through you, trusting that it will guide you along the way. It will guide you along the way. And I'm standing by a beautiful river. You might hear the stream. And as I was meditating, I looked at how the river flowed. It just flowed. Bruce Lee, one of my icons, would say, you must be like water, just flow. And as I was looking at this river, it's just flowing. I don't think that wave over there knows exactly where it's going to flow to, but as it flows to one point, it's redirected to another point, and it's flowing, no resistance to the flow, to the stream, to the rocks, to whatever's in the way. Many times we resist the impulse of life. We resist what's seeking to come through, resisting the moment, resisting the impulse that's seeking to express, resisting giving our gifts is only suffering. So I invite you to take the first step. Then when you take the first step, it will lead you to the next step. And in that next step will be exactly what you need for your next step. And in that next step will be exactly what you need for the next step. You just need to take one step and the next step and the next step, and you will likely end up in situations and experiences and in a place living a vision that was way bigger than you could have planned, you could have created with your mind. Life itself, the totality of life is bigger than you and I. It is living us all. It's time to open to that bigness. It's time to open to that fullness. And this is why I created the Boundless Bliss Bali journey in Bali. It's a breakthrough experience where visionaries from around the world come to break open beyond their limitations, to be stretched. And I take you into what I call the secret Bali. Many retreats will take you to Bali. You'll do yoga, you'll have nice food, go to rice fields. But the real Bali, the real Boundless Bliss Bali journey is not a physical journey, because I believe that Bali is not just a physical geography, it's an inner state of being. We will enter the inner state of being, the Bali, behind the curtain of what you see. And that's where the transformation, the breakthroughs will occur. We will go on a journey, not just to rice fields and caves, but we will enter those caves deep within your own spirit, within your own psyche, and find the gems that have been lost for many years. We'll not just go to physical temples outside, but we will enter the temple within yourself, so that you can see the truth of your own infinity and divinity. The real journey is not just on a physical level on the Boundless Bliss. The real journey is a journey of self-love, self-forgiveness, forgiveness of others. The real journey is letting go of roles and masks and identities and false obligations. The real journey is an inner journey. It's a journey into you. It's a journey into you. So if you're ready to live bigger than what you've been living, we're often born free, then based on life and situations and parents and conditioning, we learn to contract, to hold on, to be a certain way and develop a role and a mask to fit in, to function, to get love and approval. We learn all sorts of ways to disconnect, to not feel the pain, and before you know it, we contort ourselves into a certain shape just to ultimately survive. And what's sad is I see so many incredible human beings with a dream, with a vision, that long to give more, long to express more, but somehow the flow of life can't express through the grip of the personality. So if you feel ready to play bigger, if you feel ready to live bigger, I invite you to a journey. I invite you to a Boundless Bliss Bali journey that will be beyond anything you can imagine with your mind. As I was meditating this morning, I was reflecting on my life when I was age 8. I started speaking my father's churches when I was 14. I was ordained as a minister in my father's churches. My father had at that time 300 churches in West Africa, 1 church in England, hundreds of thousands of followers. I was designated the successor to take over my father's churches, and I said yes. It took me 4 years to realize that that was not my path. Many of us, we are living expectations from the outside, expectations from your family, expectations from the culture, expectations from what people around us might put on us. So whose life are you living? I realized in that moment I was not living my life. And I realized I had a choice. I can take the expected path, the safe route, where I could go into the unknown and dare to break free and live life that was an authentic expression of my soul. Well, obviously, I chose the authentic path. And it's not always easy. It's not always roses and light and unicorns. But my intention on this journey is to prepare you. It's to prepare your mind, your spirit, your soul, your being, so that you are fully prepared to deal with the waves of life, to deal with the challenges of life. Let's not pray for life to get easier. Let's pray to expand your capacity to deal with all of life. The Boundless Bliss Bali journey is a soul training, it's a leadership training to prepare you to be free under more and more conditions. If you feel ready to break through, I invite you to a life-changing experience that will truly catapult you to the next level. I invite you to take the next step, to apply. Your soul will know. say yes, and watch the miracles unfold. Love now. Look forward to seeing you in beautiful Bali. See you soon.